RV owners, I want to show you guys a really good example of something right here. This is the chassis of your typical Class A. It obviously does not have the Class A on top of it. Now, why in the world am I showing you something like this? Because oftentimes when people call RV technicians to get repairs done on their motorhome, it might be on something chassis down, which isn't necessarily going to be an RV technician, which is quite frankly not exactly our skill set. We're already electricians, plumbers, and all of that fun stuff. So working on the chassis is not really our thing. So this is a great visual representation of what would be the responsibility of your chassis holder. So say Freightliner or Spartan in this case, anything from this frame down is going to be part of your chassis, and that would be chassis shop. You take it to Spartan, you would take it to a heavy truck shop. With some exceptions, obviously your level legs will be attached to the frame. That would be part of the RV. Some sensors and there are some things from the chassis here that do communicate with the house of the RV. So some of that stuff might be kind of an in-between, and that's where two shops might actually have to work together. And yes, of course, that does include the engine. I finally got a chance to see one of these things, so I hope that visual representation helps divide the difference between an RV technician and like a heavy truck mechanic. Because again, you call somebody like me and I'm not going to have a whole lot of experience chassis down, chassis up, absolutely. With a chassis, though, you may run into a guy like Chandler here who does understand a little bit more about stuff like this than I do. So in my opinion, it doesn't hurt to ask. There are some guys that leave this industry to go to RVs, but don't be surprised if you call your everyday mobile RV technician and we tell you that we're not going to do anything with your wheel bearings or anything on the chassis of your Class A.